Hello and welcome to Our Ventura TV. I'm your host today, Sandra Siepak. Our guests on the program today are Lindsay and Linda McCarthy. They are with the women's organization Ventura County Professional Women's Network. Thank you both for being on the program today.
Thank you.
It's great to have you. And Lindsay, let's start with you. We're going to talk about a little bit more about the organization. And as the president, maybe you can give us an overview of it.
Sure. The organization was formed in a response to a need for women in their professional lives needing support as well as in their personal lives. And so our group strives to do that through education, mutual support, and sharing of resources.
Okay, good. Linda, let's talk about some of the benefits of being a member. Many of your members, as you have been for 18 years, are very good about giving back and doing a lot for many of the members that are coming in. Let's talk about some of the benefits.
Right. Well, when we formed in 1982, there just wasn't anything for professional women where they could connect and, like Lindsay said, support, share resources, ideas, get mentored. So that's probably the biggest benefit of a group like this. It's important that all professionals need to connect to the community and find out what's going on to it. And then just practice your skills in being in front of people. Speaking to people is a great benefit of being in that room. And then there's just, as the mentor thing is huge for people that are just starting a business or just new to being a professional, whether they're employed or self-employed.
Right.
And it's really great for them to connect and get ideas, talk about what's going right, what's going wrong, what do I need to improve in this, or just get accolades for what you are doing great. So it's just really great to connect to other professionals and get a pulse and also just learn from them, because we can always learn from each other. And it's
Right,
huge.
and I would think it's a great tool for people that are coming back into the workforce as well. You probably have a lot of women, that do want to make that connection, and I think being a part of your group really matters and makes a difference.
It does.
Yes.
It does. One thing, when I meet people in the community and they want to look for work,
Right.
I'm always suggesting them to go to professional associations and introduce yourself to people, and let them know what your skills are and your giftings are, and then and they get to see what you look like, act like, and smell like.
Yeah.
As they say. So go put yourself out there, and
Right.
we're one of those places people can go, and I recommend that people go.
And that's a great thing because, of course, if you are looking for a job or to get back into the workforce, you're going to meet a lot of great people here.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for everybody, I would think.
It kind of is.
Let's give the website for those folks who aren't familiar. And Lindsay, maybe you can share the website with some of the viewers here.
Our website is www.vcpWN.org.
Okay. So they could learn more by going to your website and getting a little bit more information on membership, that kind of thing.
Yep, everything is on there.
Okay. Now, as far as membership goes, what are some of the criteria for somebody to come in and become a member of your organization?
So if they want to become a member, often they will come as a guest, come for a dinner meeting, meet everyone, get more information there in person where we can really share our story, describe, give them an application so that they can fill that out and kind of make it official.
Okay.
And then go from there. And then the next meeting, when they do attend as an official member, we kind of do a nice kind of introduction to the whole group, and they get to share their story to everyone.
Okay. So it's almost like a welcoming for them.
They get a badge like ours.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. And as far as the members go, how many are in your group? What is the membership right now? How many people did you have in your group?
I'd say maybe 50 to 60.
Okay.
50,
yeah.
And so everybody here is within the Ventura County area and either in business, working in corporate business, or owns their own business, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So is that a criteria? Is that you have to be within maybe one of those areas? Is that?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. Most people are, because the nature of driving to the meeting and that's where you work. But
Okay.
I think some members, if they move or maybe their work takes them outside of the county, they still come back and attend meetings because that's where their family is, their support is.
Okay. What about how how is that as far as enrollment? Can they be a part of the organization as well?
I mean, they can if they choose to. I mean, obviously
Okay.
we have membership fees, so that
Right.
they're willing to,
Okay.
get involved that way financially, and then that makes sense for them to help build their career or
Yes.
make connections.
Right. Okay.
That's actually really excellent for them for the cost. I mean,
Right.
is nothing compared to,
Okay.
the time it sends to go out and
Yeah.
meet a bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
So it is open to anybody seeking employment. Obviously, the bulk of our membership, as you said, are professional women, either employed or self-employed.
Okay.
But we have men too.
How nice.
Yeah.
And we like our
Right.
guys, 'cause,
Okay.
we need guys in our life
Yeah,
too.
variety is
That's
good.
nice.
And they enjoy our
Okay.
membership as well.
That's
But
great.
it's pretty girly in there.
It
Yeah.
is, and some of the members invite their daughters that might be in college, and
Right.
they come as a guest, and they get to kind of just experience it, see what their mom's doing, or their aunt, or their friend, and then maybe they'll join later when they're ready and they're in the workforce.
Good, okay.
That's a good point, because guests are always welcome.
And I think that's important, because if you do bring along a guest, they can have a better overview of what you do, what your meetings are like. And I understand you have meetings, like a dinner meeting.
Yes.
What are they held, once a month?
Once a month, the second Thursday of every month.
Okay. So, and you put out like an email blast to people, or how do you get the word out?
Yes, yeah, you can sign up for our newsletter. We send out blasts. You can follow us on Facebook. You can check our website that
Okay.
way and kind of keep up to date with who the speaker will be, time and place and date to register for the dinner as well.
Good, okay. So what makes this organization stand out from maybe some of the others that are out there? There's a lot of networking groups out there. I guess I'd really like to know a little bit more on what makes your group stand out, and maybe you can give us some examples of how you've helped women in business.
Good. Well, a couple things that make us unique is that we are unique. We're
Of
not.
course,
Yeah.
We're not a nationwide organization.
Right.
We are the Ventura County Professional.
So you're
Women's
local,
Network.
you're here.
Yeah.
It was started by locals to be a local connection group.
Good.
I mean, what makes us unique is that alone.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just the fact that we are original, and there's not another one like us.
Okay.
A couple things that we do differently is we have our speakers every month, and then there are different types of topics, everything from personal issues, health issues for women
Yeah.
and men, business issues of all types.
Okay.
Then last month we had the rescue, the dog rescue from
Okay.
Ventura County. Oh, what do
The
they call
Sheriff's
it?
Department, the search
There
and
we go,
rescue.
rescue.
Okay.
So
Search and rescue.
we had a blood hand, we had a lab, and they did some demos, and it was great to learn about what they do in their work.
So there's some civic,
Yeah.
opportunities to hear civic people talk about, things that are going on in the county, for all of us in general. So there's
Sure.
some business issues, personal issue things that can be addressed by speakers, and then also just learning about civics, so to speak.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's just always interesting and neat, a variety of professionals.
One of the members often calls it a friend-making group that often leads to business. So it's really a low-key, relaxed environment where you can kind of test the waters, and if you're not comfortable with talking or networking, you can practice those skills and
Right.
meet people in a more kind of low-pressure area.
Right.
Right. One thing I've always enjoyed about it, and I've always told people, is that you can walk into the room and everybody is lovely and friendly.
Okay.
I don't see anybody
Yeah.
there full of themselves where
Right.
they won't want to talk
Right.
to you or engage with you if you
Right.
if you want to. I mean, really, everybody is really great. It's a great personality of group, and that's why I hang out too, because it's just wonderful to be in that room.
And it's kind of a nice thing to have a group like that to be a part of, because you kind of feel like, well, you can really bounce off some great ideas with people and get some feedback about, maybe things that you want to do or things you want to do in business. It's
Yeah.
kind of a good sounding board too, I would imagine.
Totally.
It
Yeah.
It is.
And for new members especially, I think they can really come back in a way
Right.
with a lot of good information.
Right.
Yeah, it's helpful because it's so important for us to support the personal and professional life that, you can talk about anything. All topics are open because we're trying to support all of you.
Right.
So it's great.
Right, the entire woman. Right, right on. We
Now, I would like to find out if you have events throughout the year for your organization. Is that something that you regularly have throughout the year?
We switch up our meetings. We do have 1 to 2 silent auctions a year.
Okay.
And within that, we try and change up our meeting format and have roundtable networking. So you get to meet the members in a different way because you're doing a bunch of different kind of table discussions
Okay.
at one time.
Good.
A lot of people, it's really popular. A lot of people attend for that. And then,
Of course, our meeting is monthly. I don't know if we mentioned it, but it is monthly at the second Thursday, as Lindsay had said, at Wedgwood Banquet Center.
Okay.
So I might as well throw that in Ventura. But we do change up our meeting format. We have an expo once a year in February where members and non-members can purchase tabletops and display their wares and talk about their business, and we get quite a good crowd for that.
That's great.
There's always 200 or 300 people that walk through that. It's a good expo. So we do that in February to highlight members, but just to highlight business in general, and just to change up our meeting as we talked about. We have 2 special recognitions that we have during the year.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because I think that's really good to mention here.
It is. It's important to recognize anyway.
Absolutely.
So we've got 2 big ones. The first one in the spring is the Spirit of Networking, and that is always given to a member who gives back to the organization, participates well, it just gives herself to that group. And we can feel that about her, and we know that her heart is for women and then this particular group of women.
Yeah.
So that's a joy, and that's voted on by the membership. They fill out silent ballots and then put names in a hat, and then they count them all up and vote for that. So it's kind of a neat thing. It's a special honor, and it's only given once a year. And then also once a year we have the Wind Beneath My Wings, where we ask people to submit essays, short essays on somebody in their life that is the wind beneath their wings.
So this is a member that would write this?
A member that would write this about somebody in their life, family, friends, spouse, business partner, whatever, somebody that lifts them up in their lifetime and encourages them to keep going, and they tell the story, and then we have that person come as a surprise to the member, because the member doesn't know that she is one, and their special person comes, and we notify them, and we have get to read the story in front of the group and meet the person, and it's really, really special. That's in September.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, Lindsay, as a president, what are some of the things you'd like to tell people more about the organization and to bring in some new membership now? What were some of the things you'd like to talk about there?
As we've been talking at our board meetings and just kind of discussing what is important is just, to come and check us out and just kind of see for yourself what the environment's like. It's so difficult to really describe everything in one way that appeals to everyone, because everyone's coming, for a different reason. And so, come if you're seeking friendship, come if you're seeking education and to get resources, and come if you're just trying to get a feel for the area. A lot of people have moved and they just want to kind of get a lay of the land. Right. Or if you're young and you're just not sure how to start, come and be supported and get some guidance.
Which is really important, I think, as we mentioned, for, maybe younger people coming into the workforce now for the first time, those coming back into the workforce. I would imagine that those are all good things to look forward to as being a part of your, organization. Now, being a longtime member, what are some of the things you would suggest for new members coming in?
Well, actually, all of those kinds of things. For people that are seeking business.
Because you've done a lot with the organization.
Oh my gosh, yeah, bet. And it's always been a joy. But people, to extend on to that, people wanting more business. Definitely, this is a network. So, as Lindsay said earlier, relationships build business. So your relationships there can obviously open up doors for you and offer opportunities to you. And that's a great part of what goes on there and a benefit. It is not the only thing, but it's that kind of side door thing that kind of happens because you built relationships with those people and extended yourself. So over time, yes, there's definitely some business referral that can go on, and members do business with other members.
Good.
I mean, seriously, that's a big deal for us. We use each other's services.
That's really important.
And we talk about it.
We talk about it. We have a testimonial part of our meeting where we stand up every meeting, spend a few minutes just for 20 seconds and tell about another member that we did business with.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's really good. So everybody you can network within as well.
Correct. And there's also a kind of a moment, toot your horn is what we call it, where you can stand up and share something you're proud of or you want to share
within your own business life.
Within your business or your personal life. Some people announce maybe they're engaged, or hey, I made it through this really hard business week and I'm glad to be here. And then just to kind of celebrate that and celebrate.
And that's important too. Those are all really important things. That's great.
Business milestones.
Good.
Big events that people have going on, so they get a chance to share that. It's kind of a fun extra.
In closing, let's have the website one more time for our viewers so that we can get everybody to come and take a look.
Sure. Our website is www.vcpwn.com. OurVentura.org.
Great. Well, thank you both ladies, Linda and Lindsay, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you.
Sandra.
You've been a great help to many people out there.
Okay.
And thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura. I'm Sandra Siepak. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.